Okay, guys, we're going to go over these problems. So number one, everybody look at number one. Now, in this instance, you want to remove what's on the inside, right? You want to get rid of what's on the inside and isolate the variable on the inside. This is compound inequalities. So if you have 2x, the opposite of multiplication is division. So you're going to divide everything by 2. Okay? Negative 2 divided by 2 makes a negative 1. X less than 4 divided by 2 is 2. This is your answer. Check your answer on your paper. All right, so negative 2 is less than or equal to x less than 2. Okay, and see how you did. So number 3. Oh, wait a minute. I've got to work it. Number 3 is 6 less than 5x plus 4 less than 9. What's the first thing I'm going to do? I'm going to subtract 4 from all sides, right? Okay, that cancels. 6 minus 4 is what? 2 less than 5x less than 9. Now, no, not 9. It's going to be 5 now. Now I'm going to divide everything by 5. In this instance, you're going to have a fraction as an answer. So it's going to be 2/5 is less than x less than 1. Okay, everybody check your answer. All right. Number 4. How'd we do on number 4? Okay, number 4. It's 2 less than equal to a negative 3x minus 5 less than equal to 7. Okay? Now, what am I going to do next? What am I going to do first, Sam? Yes. What am I going to do first?
Add 5.
I'm going to add 5 to all sides.
Why is it so big?
Well, it was an accident, okay?
It looks like a piece of pieces. Yeah, you add 5 pieces.
Okay, so now, what is 2 plus 5? 7 less than equal to negative 3x less than equal to 5. 7 plus 5 is 12. I'm going to divide both sides by negative 3. What does that mean?
Fraction.
No, well, that, but what else? Yep.
Negative 4. And then.
So negative 7 over 3 is greater than or equal to x greater than or equal to a negative 4. That is your answer.
I did it. I did it.
So your answer here is 1 less than x less than 3. Any questions on that one?
No.
So numbers, yes.
If it's 1 plus 7, would that be 8? No, it's not.
6 with me. All right, so I'm going to subtract 6. Subtract 6. Subtract 6. You're going to get what here? 0 less than equal to x. Negative 11 plus a negative...
You mean minus?
No, I don't.
Oh.
Negative 11 minus 6.
Yeah, minus 6.
Yes.
You said
Or,
plus 6.
well, I was going to say plus a negative 6.
Oh,
Okay?
I was scared.
Okay, which is a negative 17. That is your answer.
Wait, it's negative 11? I think it's positive. It's a positive 11 because...
I corrected that. Okay. Now, hey, guys over on the corner. You're talking a lot, okay? All right, number 7. Number 7, your answer should be negative 1 greater than x greater than negative 3. 8. Your answer should be negative 3 less than x less than equal to negative 1. Number 9. Okay, number 9 is 1 less than x less than equal to 6. Now 10 less than, negative 8 less than x less than equal to 3. Ezra, you're checking your work? Don't put your head down, look at your paper. Number 11 is negative 5 less than n less than 4. Number 12, negative 6 greater than x greater than a negative 10 over 3. Okay, any questions on these? Okay, page 145. This section is 4.7, and this is solving absolute value of inequalities. All right, folks, so everybody look with me, you little people over there on the end. Hi. All right, now, everybody look with me. So now I can, okay? All right, on page 145, it says, remember that to solve an equation involving any absolute value, you have to write 2 equations. Then solve each equation independently. That's how we solved absolute value equations, not inequalities at that time. So each equation represents one part of the absolute value definition for an equation. Okay, so let's talk about this, okay? So we're not going to work that equation. They give you an equation there, and they of absolute value of 3x plus 2 is equal to 4. And if you remember, we're not going to solve it, but I'll show you. If you remember, you solve this particular absolute value 2 times. You solve it once by saying 3x plus 2 equals 4. And then 3x plus 2 equals a negative 4. So then you solve and you're going to have 2 values, okay? Now, it's a little different, but very similar. The absolute value of a number is the number's distance from 0, okay? So that's really what absolute value is. Okay, it is the value of a number and its distance from 0. Okay, remember you use a number line and so forth. Okay, now, so in other words, if you have the absolute value of A less than K, then it's stating that A is less than K units from 0. But this is this is equivalent to saying, like if you have absolute value of A is less than K, then this is equivalent in saying that negative K is less than A less than K. Okay? I know that sounds crazy right now, but you'll get it. Now, using that same idea, the inequality of the absolute value of K, of A, is greater than K, states that A is more than K from the 0 mark on a number line. Now, because A can satisfy the absolute value inequality is written, the solution includes both intervals. Just hold on, we'll get there, okay? So, if you have A, absolute value of A is greater than K, then A could be greater than negative K, or A could be just greater than K. That one has two equations. Notice that's a greater value, whereas this, greater and this is less than, okay? Now, go ahead and flip over with me to page 146 and look at the top. So, here are your steps at the very top, okay? So, isolate the absolute value using the addition or multiplication properties. Rewrite the inequality using the appropriate conversion, okay? So, if your equation is less than, then you're going to write it as a compound, just like we did. Compound inequality. Okay? If it is greater than, then you are going to write it like A is less than negative K, or A is less than positive K. Okay? That should come more clear here when we start practicing this. But you want to remember that if it's less than, you're going to use a compound. If it's greater than, you're going to write the two equations to solve. Okay? All right, let's look at something here. Okay. So let's say you have, remember, if it's less than, you're going to write it as a compound, right? Less than, you're going to write it as a compound inequality. Absolute value of 3x is less than or greater than 6. What are we going to do? Now, you have 3x here. So, in order to write this particular problem as an inequality, this drops in the middle. You put that sign on both sides, and then you put negative 6, change that to a negative, and then leave that as a positive. Okay? I want to make sure you understand that. When you have a less than symbol of an absolute value, you're going to take off the absolute value signs, put it in the center of your compound inequality. Then the number on the other side, you're going to write it as negative and then write it as a positive. And then you're going to solve. Okay, girls? So I'm going to divide all three sides by 3, positive 3. Okay? That's going to cancel. That's going to leave me with x. Negative 6 divided by positive 3 is a negative 2, less than or equal to. Less than or equal to a positive 2. So that is your answer. So, x is either negative 2 is less than x, or x is less than positive 2. That's your answer, okay? Remember, that's less than. Now let's look at
Tired.
You're tired every single day. You know that?
Yeah.
You need to get more rest, boy. You need more rest.
I got 7 hours of sleep because I'm going
Well, then maybe you need more because you're slow. Okay, the difference here is this negative 2, this positive 2 in front of the your absolute value. Now, so again, you're going to isolate the variable, but what you're going to do first is you're going to take x plus 3, divide by 2, less than 4, and then you divide it by 2. That's how you get That's how you get rid of this, because remember, you're saying 2 times x plus absolute value of x plus 3. I'm not going to give you these problems right now, but I do want to show it to you real quick, and then we'll get to it more. So then you would have absolute value of x plus 3 is less than 2, and then you would go on and do your compound inequality, okay? But don't panic, because I'm not going to give you any of those problems right now, okay? Go away. All right. Now, what do you think?
Like, this is like someone just.
All right, guys, give me your attention. Let's practice a few of these, okay? Let's say that you have the absolute value of 2x is less than 4. So, am I going to do a compound inequality or 2 equations? Compound, why? Because it's less than. That's exactly right. So, I'm going to bring this 2x to the center. I'm going to write in my less than sign. I'm going to bring down my positive 4 and my negative 4 over here. Which one do you write first? Negative 4. Okay? Then I'm going to, again, I'm trying to just isolate my variable. So I'm going to divide both sides by 2, or all 3 sides by 2. That cancels. I'm going to have a negative 2 less than x less than 2. And that is my answer. Okay? What do you guys think?
Looks like a number.
it.
It appears to be some form of